Virgo, stop right now. Something big just moved for you on December 4th. This supermoon is not normal. It's coming straight for you. Your entire path is about to flip in a way you never saw coming. Take a breath and pay very close attention. Virgo, something moved around you the moment December 4th arrived. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was subtle, almost hidden, like a breath shifting in a quiet room. But that tiny movement carried a power strong enough to alter the direction of your entire month. You may not fully feel it yet, but a supermoon has already marked your name, and the energy around your life has begun to rearrange itself in ways that will soon become impossible to ignore. There's a reason you've been sensing a strange pressure lately, a reason your mind has been restless, your heart unsettled, your intuition louder than usual. This wasn't your imagination. This was the first signal. The universe has been trying to get your attention, preparing you for a turning point that has been building behind the scenes for months. December 4th is not just a date on the calendar. It's the opening of a cosmic door, specifically aligned to your sign. You might feel like something is about to happen, even if you can't explain why. That's because the supermoon's energy is tightening around your path. It's pulling certain events closer, pushing certain people out of your orbit, and clearing space for something new to enter. Virgo, you are standing at the edge of a shift that will redefine how you see your future. This is the moment where a small seed, your first miracle, has been planted. This miracle doesn't arrive loudly. It begins quietly as a change in awareness, a sudden clarity, a realization you didn't expect. Something inside you is beginning to rise, as if you're waking up from a long dream. You may notice old fears losing their strength. You may feel less attached to past disappointments. The weight you've been carrying is slowly loosening. The universe is preparing you for an opening, and that opening begins right here. For months you've been tested. You've felt blocked, underestimated, or misunderstood. You've had moments where you questioned everything: your direction, your decisions, even your inner strength. But Virgo, those tests were not punishment. They were alignment. Every challenge sharpened your intuition. Every delay strengthened your patience. Every closed door redirected your path toward the breakthrough beginning now. December 4th didn't bring you here by accident. This date was chosen because you are finally ready for what is coming. The supermoon is amplifying your ability to manifest, to attract, to rebuild, and to rise above the things that once held you back. The first wave of this shift shows up as a sudden awareness, a feeling that your life is moving again, even if you can't see the full picture yet. You might feel a pull towards something new, or away from something familiar. Pay attention to that feeling. That pull is the universe guiding you toward the exact moment where everything changes. It may show up as a message, an idea, an unexpected opportunity, or a sudden emotional release that frees your heart from something heavy. Whatever form it takes, it will be the sign that your first miracle is already in motion. And Virgo, understand this clearly. When a supermoon marks your path like this, it never does so without purpose. It doesn't shift your energy unless something powerful is coming. Your story is about to move. Your light is about to return. Your alignment is about to lock into place. This is the beginning of a brand new phase, one that opens with quiet change but ends with undeniable transformation. The shift has already begun, and your first miracle is already on its way. Virgo, for a long time, you felt like you were pushing against a door that refused to move. You've tried logic, patience, strength, silence, strategy. Nothing seemed to unlock what you needed. It was like life kept you standing in the same hallway, staring at the same barrier, wondering why progress always came so slowly for you, while others seemed to leap forward without effort. That frustration wasn't just emotional, it was energetic. Something in your path truly was blocked. But that block wasn't created to break you. It was created to time you. It held you back only long enough for the right moment to arrive, so that when your breakthrough came, it would land exactly where it was meant to. And Virgo, December 4th is that moment. This is the shift where the stuck door finally begins to open. You may already feel it. A lightness, a subtle release, a strange sense of movement where everything once felt frozen. That's the pressure lifting, the tension breaking, the resistance weakening. You've carried this weight for so long that the feeling of things finally loosening might even feel unfamiliar, almost unreal. But it's happening. Slowly at first, then all at once. You've endured a long-term struggle, longer than most people realize. You've held on when others would have given up. You've kept working even when you felt unseen. You've kept believing even when nothing made sense. You've carried responsibilities that were never acknowledged. You've held pain quietly, processing it alone. And through all of it, you still tried to move forward. You still tried to stay strong. You still tried to be good. That effort didn't disappear into the dark. The universe recorded every moment of it. That is why this door is finally opening. Not by luck, not by accident, not by coincidence, but because you earned this shift through every struggle you survived. There has been a specific pressure sitting on your destiny for months, a weight that made everything feel 10 times harder than it should have been. You probably blamed yourself at times. You wondered if you were doing something wrong, if you were missing something, if maybe life was just never going to open for you the way it opens for others. But Virgo, this pressure wasn't a sign of weakness. It was the sign of an approaching breakthrough. The weight grew stronger the closer you got to this moment. Think of a bow being pulled back. The tension increases right before the arrow is launched forward. That's what has been happening to you. All the resistance you felt wasn't keeping you stuck. It was preparing the push. And now the tension is releasing. The bowstring is snapping forward. The door is cracking open. You are stepping into a period where forward movement begins very quickly. Situations that were blocked start shifting. Conversations that never happened finally take place. Opportunities that vanished return. People who were distant suddenly reappear. Paths that felt closed begin to widen. Everything that refused to move finally starts to bend in your favor. But with every major breakthrough, there is always a moment of instability, a brief shake, a small danger window where old patterns try to pull you back, not because they have power, but because they're losing power. When something is about to break loose, it resists in its final moments. You may feel old doubts surface, old fears whisper, old memories return. Don't confuse this with a setback. It's the last echo of a cycle that is ending. You've outgrown the space that once kept you contained. That's why it feels tight. That's why it feels uncomfortable. That's why you've been restless, questioning, emotional. You're not breaking down, you're breaking out. This next phase brings a miracle hidden inside the movement. When the door opens, it won't open halfway. It will swing wide. Something you've wanted for a long time, something you nearly gave up on, is going to return to you in a form stronger and more aligned than before. Whether this is a dream, a relationship, a goal, a chance, a financial rise, or a personal rebirth, you will recognize it immediately. It will feel like the universe placing something in your hands that was always meant for you. The reason this miracle is coming now is because you are no longer standing before a locked door. You are stepping through it. You've done the waiting. You've done the healing. You've done the hard work. Now the path ahead is finally clearing. What once resisted you will now support you. What once felt impossible will now begin to unfold. What once drained you will now empower you. Virgo, You are entering your breakthrough zone. The door that refused to move is opening. The pressure that suffocated your progress is releasing. The struggle you carried for so long is ending. And the life that was waiting on the other side is finally ready for you. Walk forward. This is your moment to rise. Virgo, you've felt something watching your steps lately. Not a person, not a situation, but an energy. Quiet, subtle, almost undetectable, unless you look straight into the corners of your intuition. You've sensed it in the moments where everything felt tense for no reason, in the nights where your thoughts wouldn't settle, in the moments your spirit felt heavy without explanation. This wasn't your imagination. This was the shadow you've been walking beside without realizing it. There has been an obstacle hidden in your path, an influence that didn't come from your weaknesses, but from something outside your control. Someone's doubt, someone's jealousy, someone's silent resentment, an old wound, an old fear, a lingering memory, an unresolved tie. These things did not show up loudly, but their impact has been echoing through your direction, blocking momentum and draining your light piece by piece. And now, that shadow is being exposed. Because when a supermoon rises the way it did on December 4th, it pulls every hidden force into the open. It lights up the quiet corners. It reveals the truth beneath the surface. It exposes the energies that have been interfering with your growth. Everything that was concealed begins to rise. And Virgo, the universe has decided you will no longer walk blind. The obstacle standing in your path hasn't been the world. It hasn't been your destiny. It hasn't been failure. It has been something disguised as normal, something you accepted, tolerated, or overlooked because you didn't realize it was working against you. This could have been a connection that drained you more than it supported you, a responsibility that stole pieces of your spirit, a pattern you inherited, not created, a fear someone planted in you years ago, a person who quietly resented your potential, a situation that pulled you backward every time you tried to move forward. The danger was never the size of the shadow, it was the silence of it. You didn't see it clearly, you didn't know where it lived, you didn't know what it was feeding on. You only felt the effects: tiredness, hesitation, doubt, sudden anxiety, emotional heaviness, unexplained delays. But now, the mask is falling. This supermoon is forcing the unseen into the light. You will start noticing small signs, your intuition sharpening, your awareness expanding, your emotions reacting to things you once ignored. You may feel sudden discomfort around someone. You may feel a strange shift in a connection. You may look back on a moment and finally understand what went wrong. You may realize a habit you thought protected you was actually holding you prisoner. This is not meant to scare you. This is meant to free you. Because the moment the shadow reveals itself, it loses power. You are stepping into a breakthrough that begins with truth. Not the comfortable truth, not the easy truth, but the truth that clears the path for your rise. And Virgo, you are strong enough to handle it. You are wise enough to see it. You are powerful enough to break the ties that once controlled you. The threat is not the shadow. The threat is ignoring it. And that part of your journey ends here. The supermoon is now standing beside you like a shield. Its energy wraps around you, protecting your mind, your heart, your direction, and your destiny. What once slipped through the cracks of your awareness can no longer hide. What once manipulated your emotions can no longer reach you. What once pulled you backward can no longer touch your path. You are not unprotected. You are not vulnerable. You are not walking into this breakthrough alone. You are being watched over, guided, guarded, strengthened. And for the first time in a long time, the energy surrounding you is shifting from defense to empowerment. Virgo, This is the moment the shadow loses its voice. This is the moment your clarity sharpens like a blade. This is the moment the old interference disconnects from your future. You're stepping into the part of your story where the truth lifts you instead of frightening you, where the hidden becomes seen, where the unseen becomes powerless, where you recognize what has been holding you down and rise above it without hesitation. This is your shadow breakthrough, the first of many, and it begins with revelation, followed by transformation, followed by liberation. You are stepping out of the dark, stronger, sharper, more awake than ever. And the path ahead will feel completely different now, because you are no longer walking with a hidden enemy beside you. You are walking with your power fully restored, Virgo. When a supermoon aligns with your sign this intensely, it doesn't bring small changes. It brings turning points. It brings breakthroughs. It brings miracles that reshape the landscape of your life, often faster than you can fully process. You've walked through long stretches of confusion, pressure, uncertainty, and emotional heaviness. But now, you're stepping into a cycle where the universe begins returning everything you lost and everything you deserve, multiplied. This part of your journey is not about surviving, it's about receiving. And the supermoon delivers its gifts in 7 waves, each one carrying the power to reverse something that has been stuck, blocked, or delayed in your life for far too long. Miracle 1. Money flow. Virgo, the financial pressure you've carried hasn't been just about money. It's been about stability, security, and self-worth. You've been holding the weight of responsibilities that should have been shared. You've been giving more than you received. You've stretched yourself thin, trying to make life work on limited resources. This miracle arrives as a shift in flow, a release of tension, a sudden opening. Opportunities begin appearing that were once invisible. Something you've worked on starts gaining momentum. An unexpected message, approval, deposit, or green light puts the wheel back in motion. You will feel this miracle first as relief, then as expansion. Miracle 2. Love restoration. Whether you've been wounded by past relationships, disconnected from someone you care about, or simply feeling emotionally isolated, this is where the healing begins. Love returns to your life, not necessarily in the form of the past, but in the form of truth. A misunderstanding clears, a barrier dissolves, a heavy memory releases its grip. Someone's heart softens, your heart opens again. This miracle brings emotional clarity that was missing. It makes room for connection that supports your soul, not drains it. Miracle 3. A new beginning. There is a part of your life that has reached the end of its chapter, not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, natural way. You've outgrown something, an environment, a routine, a mindset, a role, or a limitation. This miracle arrives as a fresh start. It feels like breath entering your lungs after holding them too long. It feels like the light returning after a long winter. You'll feel a pull towards something new, an idea, a path, a shift, a move, a decision. This is the universe placing you on the timeline you were always meant to be on. Miracle 4. The blessing door opens. For so long you've been knocking on opportunities that never responded. You've watched others advance while you stood waiting. You've wondered why timing never worked in your favor. This miracle opens the door that was meant for you from the very beginning. The blessing that was delayed is no longer delayed. A chance you feared was lost reappears. A new door opens at the exact moment you're strong enough to step through it. This isn't luck. This is alignment. Miracle 5. Health. Rise Your energy has been stretched thin, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. You've carried stress that wasn't yours. You've held emotions that weighed down your body. You've powered through exhaustion because you had no choice. This miracle brings restoration. The heaviness lifts, the mental fog clears. Your strength returns slowly at first, then intensely. You will feel more present, more alive, more balanced. Your body begins aligning with the peace your spirit has been craving. Miracle 6. Spiritual Awakening. Virgo, your intuition has been whispering to you louder than usual. You've been sensing things before they happen, feeling energies without proof, knowing truths without explanation. This miracle sharpens that gift. You step into a phase where you see more, feel more, understand more. The confusion of the past transforms into clarity. The fear transforms into awareness. The doubt transforms into strength. You begin trusting yourself in a deeper way. This awakening reconnects you to your purpose, your destiny, and your power. Miracle 7. Fame, recognition. Lift your efforts have gone unnoticed for far too long. You've put in work, commitment, talent, heart, yet the world didn't always see you. This miracle brings visibility. Someone finally recognizes your value. Your skills get attention. Your work reaches the right eyes. Your voice is heard. Your presence rises. Whether this means public recognition, career advancement, or simply receiving the respect you always deserved, this is your moment of being seen. Virgo, these 7 miracles don't arrive randomly. They arrive because you've reached the point in your journey where your soul is ready. They arrive because your path is clearing. They arrive because the universe is aligning with your heart instead of your wounds. They arrive because you have already survived everything that was meant to break you. And now, your life begins to turn around. Fast, powerfully, beautifully. This is your supermoon cycle of miracles, and each one is already on its way to you. Virgo, every major breakthrough comes with a moment of disruption, not because the universe is testing you, but because your energy is shifting into a new frequency, and anything that cannot match that frequency begins to shake loose. And right before your breakthrough arrives, there is a brief period, short, sharp, and charged, where the air feels different. That window opens within the first 48 hours of your transformation. This is not a punishment, it's preparation. The universe doesn't throw obstacles at you. It clears the path by shaking off what doesn't belong. And when that shaking begins, life can feel strange, emotional, unstable, sensitive. You may feel like everything is intensifying at once. Thoughts become louder, feelings become sharper, memories resurface, old fears whisper, little inconveniences turn into big distractions. This is the danger window, the moment right before the breakthrough hits. For Virgo, this window is especially intense because you feel everything so deeply, even if you don't show it. You absorb energy around you like a sponge. You overthink, analyze, and sense shifts long before they happen. So when the energy around you begins to change, you feel it in your mind, your body, your intuition, and your emotions all at once. This 48-hour window brings turbulence, but turbulence is not the enemy. Turbulence means you're rising. You might feel a sudden wave of exhaustion, a tightness in your chest, random frustration, unexpected anxiety, old memories resurfacing, a sense of being overwhelmed, a feeling that something is off, unexplained irritation, a pull between wanting change and fearing it. These reactions don't mean something is wrong. They mean the old cycle is fighting for its last breath. The energy you've outgrown is trying one final time to pull you back into familiar patterns. Patterns of doubt, patterns of overthinking, patterns of self-blame, patterns of emotional heaviness. Not because those patterns are strong, but because they're dying. And when energy dies, it makes noise. That noise is what you'll feel during this period. Virgo, you must stay calm during this window. That is your greatest protection. Not force, not resistance, not reacting, not pushing, just calm. When you stay grounded, the storm passes without touching your direction. When you stay centered, the old energy cannot reconnect to you. When you stay aware, you rise above every emotional distraction trying to hold you back. This window is like the moment right before the sun breaks through a storm. The sky becomes dark, the wind rises, the air shifts, and then everything clears. That's exactly how your path is moving. You may notice sudden tension around you, arguments, misunderstandings, emotional triggers, or interactions that feel charged. This is not personal, it's energetic. People sense your shift even if they don't understand it. When your energy rises, it exposes insecurities in those who are not rising with you. Stay neutral, stay patient, don't engage. The instability around you is temporary and powerless unless you absorb it. You might also face internal turbulence. Your mind may try to convince you to delay, retreat, or second-guess yourself. Your fears may try to trick you into believing the breakthrough isn't real. Your emotions may pull you toward the past, wondering if you're truly ready for change. But Virgo, you are ready. You've been ready longer than you realize. The only reason your mind is reacting is because the future you're stepping into is bigger than anything you've ever known. And the unknown always rattles the human mind before it strengthens the spirit. This 48-hour danger window is the final clearing, the final shake, the final release. After this, you will notice things begin aligning faster. You will feel lighter. You will see signs, clear ones, that your path is moving. People will respond differently to you. Opportunities will approach you. Decisions will feel easier. Your intuition will sharpen. Your confidence will increase. Things that were heavy will feel manageable. Things that were confusing will become clear. The shift after this window is powerful. It's immediate. It's undeniable. And Virgo, you've done everything needed to reach this moment. You've survived the emotional cycles. You've pushed through the delays. You've healed despite the pain. You've held on even when you were tired. This is not the moment to fear. This is the moment your destiny wakes up. The danger window is simply the echo of an old timeline closing. It has no power unless you give it power. It cannot block your path unless you step backward. It cannot slow you down unless you let your fear speak louder than your intuition. Hold steady, breathe deeply, stay grounded, stay observant, stay centered in your truth, because once this window passes, your breakthrough arrives with force. This is the last shake before everything shifts in your favor. Virgo, if you're still here, you weren't scrolling, you were chosen. You were meant to hear this final prophecy, the one meant only for the few who make it to the end. Your energy didn't wander, it was pulled. Something bigger has been guiding you step by step to this exact moment. December 4th didn't choose millions, it chose you. This supermoon scanned every soul, every sign, every destiny line, and stopped on Virgo. It found the one heart prepared for a sudden rise. It found the one spirit strong enough to carry a breakthrough this enormous. It found you. Now listen closely, because this is where the prophecy locks in. Your 7 miracles are already moving toward you. Fast. Not tomorrow, not next week. They've already been released. I can feel it in the shift around you, the pressure breaking, the resistance dissolving, the unseen road clearing where everything felt blocked. Virgo, your life is about to transform in a snap, so quickly that even you won't be able to understand how everything changed at once. The supermoon has aligned your path with unstoppable force. Money flow is forming, opportunities are redirecting, connections are bending toward you, and protection is sealing your path. This isn't hope, this isn't luck, this is destiny in motion. Your energy is rising. Your aura is widening. Your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered. The supermoon didn't give you permission. It gave you acceleration. And Virgo, the shift has already begun. Now hear this final truth. Your fears are losing power. Your past is losing access. Your setbacks are losing control. Your spirit is stepping into its highest rank. Type, yes, I claim my supermoon destiny, because this is the moment your blessing activates. When you speak it, you take ownership of the energy already sent your way. Say it with certainty. Say it with strength. Say it because you know this message is yours. Now breathe, because the prophecy isn't done. Final suspense. And Virgo, here's what no one told you. The biggest miracle, your true turning point, is still hidden. It hasn't revealed itself yet because it's too big, too powerful, too life-changing to appear before the final moment. But it's coming, and when it arrives, your entire destiny won't just lift, it will launch.